What's going on, boys? My name is Sid, and a few changes have been made. The crew recently got a patch that updated a few things. These things consisted of little bug changes, actually being able to join crews with your mates. I did a full breakdown on everything that changed in a separate video, but this video is for a few more specific things. This video, I'm going to be focusing... Oh, I'm not leaving that cut in. This video, I'm going to be focusing on the fact that they have attempted to patch the best money, followers, and parts method in the entire game. So I thought I'd start with one of the methods that hasn't been patched, the Hummer Express event. There's this one, there's Kiss Me Combi, that one's pretty good as well, that one still works. These ones are still pretty good. I'm gonna have a parts guide out soon. There's one method that honestly does rival the best methods anyway, just for Street 1 and 2. What has everyone actually been using for money, followers, parts? Hey, Woody, thank you for becoming a member for 2 months. I don't grind. I just play Grand Race all the time. Get a shit ton of money. No, that's fair. Parts, Kiss Me Combi, and Lotus Express? Lotus Express? Hummer Express mainly, that makes sense. Grand Race, just trying to have fun. Honestly, yeah, that's completely fair. I did mention I didn't want to be grinding money, and I still don't grind money. I only grind for parts. I just accumulated money over just general gameplay. That as well, right? I did a whole video on how I just spawned 10 mil without getting bored. I made 20 mil because I can't get one part for Rally Raid. Honestly, that 11 mil that I've made, I've spent... Do you want to know how much I've... That was a jump scare. Do you want to know how much I've spent on recalibration, chat? I have earned... There's no way that number is what I think it is. There's no way that number is what I think it is. So I've spent probably... It's about 27 million for every car in the game. I don't think I spent money on anything else. What else would I ever have to spend money on? 27 million. I've spent roughly 27 million on recalibrating alone. Also, almost 300 hours, which everyone is pointing out. Yes, I am almost at 300 hours. Is that bad? Is that bad, chat? Is that bad? Is that supposed to be bad? I don't know. Is that bad? Well, a lot of that recently has been because I've been grinding. I've been having to grind over and over and over again to get parts for the summit. That's why I recently have to goddamn grind that much more. Often I'll just chill, I'll talk to my girlfriend, I'll watch Gen V or whatever. But a lot of that is having fun in the game. But a bit more of that is grinding for parts. Wait, no, I did get the calculations wrong. I did. I have 11 mil in the bank. 16 mil. I've spent 16 million on recalibration. That's not as bad, but it's still really bad. 16 million? Ivory Tower, I'm having words with you about trying to patch these methods. So, the first one that they tried to patch was speed traps. You go through, and then you skip, and then you rewind. But you can't anymore. You can only rewind to the point that you stopped the skill, which makes it very annoying, frankly. That's the way they've attempted this, because originally you could rewind back and then go through it again. You go through, you spam skip, you rewind, but the way they patched it is that your rewind history only goes up to after you finish the skill. But I'm really sorry for pointing this out. It didn't work, Ivory Tower. See, not for speed traps. Because there's one issue with speed traps, right? Sure, you know, you can't rewind in a speed trap. It's one thing, you know, you do the speed trap. It's not a thing you're in, you just do it. But you can rewind before a speed trap. So as far as the best money method in the game, like described in my best money method video, it's oh, wait. Oh, is it like soft patched? Hang on, I'm finding this out live on stream, chat. Breaking news. With help from Crewtash, there has been a bunch of figuring out of stuff you can do to overcome this patch. Yes, I do figure out there, in that clip you just watched, I figure out that it's actually technically kind of patched. You can't get it to work with a macro because slowly you end up finishing in front of the actual area you're supposed to be in. So in the end, you can't use that method. But you can, and there's actually multiple fixes. In fact, what I've heard, I'm so sorry, Ivory Tower, is it's actually been made easier because there's less delays and whatnot. One is this one right here, which I've already failed. So instead of the Moana Center, which, stay with me, first you go to the Convention Center. There's a different method you can do, which is the Convention Center speed trap, which once the game gets ported from Switch back to PC, thank you, here we go. So you rewind going through, and what I've heard is this one will, no matter what, always put you at the bottom of the stairs. So that's why this one is better, because it will always wait till you're at the bottom of the stairs, and you can see that is the case. That's exactly what it's doing. I think you have to go a bit faster for this one, but it does the exact same thing. You can jump, go, and it will, no matter what, put you at the bottom of the stairs. Maybe it's to stop you getting stuck in like a loop. Oh, hang on. Wait, have I gotten stuck? Okay, you can still get scammed by it, but apparently there's a fix for that too. And apparently that one can be done in the Moana Center speed trap as well, so you don't even have to change what speed trap you're doing. You don't have to do that one. And it's as simple as going a second into the... How is that messed up that bad because of the bloody... Just because of traffic. Apparently it's as simple as going a second into the respawn. It seems to be very specific timing now. Almost like a macro would be better, as you would have to actually... Wait. There. Apparently what you have to do is you have to actively go into the back on track for a second. And that's exactly what it is. You have to get it right on the dot. Oh, I missed it there, but that was just because of me being an idiot. But there you go. You can go infinitely. And the general consensus is that, like, yes, it does make it harder, but it's still possible. And is it better for macros? I don't really know. Okay, and then there we go. I'm a fair bit far away, but that's the best I can do. What if I go a bit closer with the canceling of the thing? There we go. So you have to make it so your rewind is very close to it, because as soon as you start going into the back on track, it doesn't cancel your back on track. It only cancels your rewind. So you have to have your rewind right there, so it does it quick enough so that you can... Oh, wait, I've been going for a hot minute consistently every time. And all it takes is just going a little bit into the rewind. I don't know what else to tell you, except for I don't want to stop now that I've managed it. And of course, it still applies for my followers method and my money method. For the money method, it's still exactly the same. For the followers method, you can use cars like the Hondas for this week, or next week it'll be what? European cars? So it might be Italian, German, something like that. Any of those you can use still, and still get way more. Oh, have I messed it up? Nope. Still the exact same. So you want it quick enough so that the cancellation of your rewind gets stopped by going into back on track. Well, this was quite the patch. No, this was quite the patch, but hey, who knows? Maybe the speed trap was maybe the escape was patched. If the speed trap is patched, maybe the escape is patched, you know? Maybe you can't do the escape at all anymore. Well, that's not true either. And, oh, wait, there you go. I messed it up right at the end. Perfect timing. Back to yesterday's recording. Still works, less efficient as before, and that is the general consensus of this one. As you can see, it's a big struggle, but you can get it to work. But next on the list is a escape. That's the other one they patched. Now, this one isn't the best for bucks, isn't the best for followers, but what it was the best for was parts, because speed traps don't give you parts every time you go through. This does give you parts every time you go through, and I'll explain how you used to be able to do this. Now, this one isn't correcting any methods because I hadn't included this in depth in any method. Really, it was part of my followers method, however. So it will amend that. However, it's not a major method in anything other than the upcoming parts guide. What would happen is you would go through. Oh, am I already getting nostalgic for this method? You go through, you hit the amount, and then you'd rewind all the way back before the escape, and it would let you. Now what it does is as soon as you get hit by the zone, escape over. And then on top of that, it has the rewind threshold set to the end of the escape, just like it did before. But this one is a much more simple fix. I'm not gonna have to experiment for this one because this one is way simpler. Two methods that they haven't really patched, but they did kind of patch. And this one is as simple as you have to go into the escape, then as soon as you hit 481 yards, you start rewinding, you let it hit you, and then you spam restart. It's the best you can do, really. At least it's consistent where it respawns you, but you have to think way more, you have to care way more. It's a fair bit slower than it used to be, but as far as I'm aware for parts, this is still the best method. And I don't know if the inconsistency of speed traps, it might be the best method for the rest of... I skipped on habit. It might be the best for money and followers as well now. But there you go. That one was a lot simpler because I'd already gauged what the fix for that one was before. Nostalgic, the game is 2 months old. Oh no, trust me. I would sit here watching Gen V, or I'd watch The Boys with my girlfriend, or I'd be laying in bed just talking to her, and I would be just doing this because I had to get parts for the summit. So I'd just be doing this over and over and over and over again. And also, fair point by Crutash, the speed trap method is the best for Explorer in the main stage. So if you need to max out Explorer, which you probably will every single month, that's the best way you can do it. No life, I'll have you know, 277 hours, and I go out to car meets, take weekends off, go see my girlfriend, goddamn, go to the gym. I've got too much of life. I don't know where I'm finding those extra hours. But there you go. Those are the brand new money methods for the Crew Motorfest. This is how they all work now. You could probably still set this one up to a macro, but it would just be so much more inconsistent. You'd have to deal with over and over again traffic over and over again. Every time you go through, every time you restart, there's going to be a guide with some better methods coming up soon. But this is the basic one. All the way back, and then restart. Every time you hit 481, you rewind just like this. And then get hit, and then restart. Thank you to popular members, especially thanks to famous members, and an insane thank you to star members, Dan All the Manimal, Extreme Speed, and Grim Pepper, and an insane, top of the top, unparalleled thank you to Icon members, HK, and Extreme Speed again. I hope this video is able to help, and this video is going to act as an amendment to my 2 guides. So, it'll be linked in the comments. Subscribe, by the way. See you boys in the next one in a bit.